So today I wanted to talk to you about teams taking ownership of their work. Teams taking ownership of their work is a popular topic. Many teams want to take that ownership. This has been something that has been encouraged by different frameworks like Agile, and it's something that many people in product designers, product managers talk a lot about. They themselves, the teams taking ownership of that work that they are doing, that they are able to deliver end-to-end products. In practice, this makes sense when you think about that the people that are going to be the product and define the product are working together as a unit. They are communicating with their customers and they are able to get that feedback. And from that understanding of what the customer's needs are, they are able to build the solutions that are going to solve those problems in the most optimal way, together with the customers, getting their feedback and working together so they are able to iterate and actually get to that version of the product that is really what the customers need. So in theory, of course, all of this is good and it makes a lot of sense that the people are working on the product, they're able to plan it and they're able to discuss and talk with the customers. But in practice, there are different reasons why many times teams don't really take ownership of the work. So the first reason what I've seen that teams don't take ownership of their work is usually an environmental problem and not related to the environment out there, but the environment that the company has. Typically, the company might want to control more what the teams are doing and they get like a big roadmap and they had to work against the roadmap. So the directions of what the teams are going to be working on doesn't really come from the team. The team doesn't really do the discovery. Somebody else might or might have not done the discovery and decided that these are the big items that we are going to work with, and the team can then deliver on those ones. There are different cases here. Some teams are going to have some kind of independence to be able to work still with the customers and be able to drive and try to get to do the best and most optimal solutions for those decided items in the roadmap. In some other cases, it's going to be really, really strict and it's going to be pretty much defined what they had to do and they have very little room for maneuvering. The next one, it might be that the company is not very strict in setting the roadmap and still the product people could set the roadmap, but maybe the team is junior in the ways of working or junior from the point of view that they are not able to take those decisions themselves. Typically, this is going to be related of lack of experience and lack of working in these maybe complex situations where you actually had to work with customers, had to decide what you're going to do, had to plan a roadmap, you had to work together and be able to deliver against it. This is going to be a common one and something that I actually seen quite many teams having this kind of problem. In other cases, the product manager or the product designer take ownership of the product, but leaves no room whatsoever to the engineering team. And I think that this is again a problem of not being able to take ownership. The engineering team also should be able to take ownership of the plans on how they are going to execute, how they are going to plan the product for themselves. Sometimes the product managers can come with very strict roadmaps also of what they should do. And that leaves no room for ownership for the engineering team. Something also to pay attention to. And another problem is going to be that some teams are not really going to have the culture to take ownership. They have not developed it. It's kind of similar to the junior one that I said earlier. The junior one is because of lack of experience. In this case, it would be because of maybe lack of attitude or motivation. There are not people that like to take ownership, but there's going to be people that don't like that. If the majority of your team is like that, that can happen that the whole team doesn't take ownership. Of course, if you have one or two people that take ownership, that can help the others to take ownership. So what can you do to promote ownership within your team? So if you are somebody like me, a product person, somebody that is planning where the product is going to be, how is you're going to be working with customers? Where do you want to see that vision? Or where do you see that vision and how you are going to implement the steps to get to that vision? First of all, I would start involving your team members as much as possible when you're planning. This will be my first step. So whenever you have planning sessions, identify at least the 2-3 people that you can work with that you see that they're going to be more proactive and that they're going to help you giving you feedback on what you need to be building, especially when you're working with engineering, product designers. Bring them in. Don't try to manage them. You are there just to facilitate the meeting and to make sure that you are building like an agreed roadmap, an agreed sprint, whatnot. Another one is also involve them in the conversations with customers. This is going to give them a much better understanding of what you're trying to achieve as a company, as a product, and also even to have ideas of how to help the customers. Remember, as a product manager, not all the ideas of how to help the customers are going to come from you. Not all the solutions are going to pop out from your head. Many times you need feedback, you need stakeholders, you just need to maybe sometimes copy with pride other products that are doing a really good job at solving a similar problem. This doesn't mean that you copy completely a competitor. There are other products in other areas that might be solving a similar problem. And remember that you also, as a product person, you are there to help your team to deliver. You are there to help your team execute, to build those solutions for your customers. If you're doing this, your team, first of all, is going to be more engaged with the work, is going to be feeling better as a team, but also they're going to be more willing to take ownership because you are opening the doors for them to actually make decisions. And you are demonstrating that you are there, that you can listen to them, and that you are willing to sometimes be wrong, and they can help you to get you to the right path. This is something that is very important. It's going to show them that they can actually tell what they think. They can tell what the solutions they think are best for the customers and share them with you. And this will help you to actually build better solutions. So where are you? Are you in a team that is taking ownership of their work, or are you very far from being able to take ownership? Let us know in the comments below. I will see you in the next one. And remember, stay safe.